Gaming and being an otaku are looked down upon in many societies, especially in schools where bullying is rampant. It's practically a jungle out there. Yet somehow, even in the midst of all that darkness, these weebs, and arguably losers, manage to find some girl that sees into their hearts. I guess us gamers and loners still have hope of finding love in this world. That is why for today we will be talking about the top 10 anime where the popular girl falls in love with the gaming nerd. So before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, beware of the following spoilers. Oh, I almost forgot. Somewhere in this video I hid a spicy Easter egg for you guys to find. If you guys are true men of culture, you will find it almost instantly. But if you don't, then you may need to take a little bit of closer look. Coming in at number 10 is Gamers. Even though the anime is about gamers and the gaming club, but the anime dismisses the whole gaming club idea from the very first episode, and after the main character refuses the invitation of the school's idol, not once, but twice at that. Yes, he is a gamer and has next to zero social skills, if any at all, and yes, the anime is about gamers that are awkward in certain situations, but it has nothing to do with the gaming part itself. Rather, it delves into the psyche and personality of the cast, how they dealt with the bullying in their lives, or how they hide behind a facade of perfection, fearing the society around them and their look towards them. Overall, it is one hell of a romance comedy that is way up there next to Surezure Children. If you haven't watched that one yet, then I don't really know what else you're waiting for. Coming in number 9 is And You Thought There Is Never a Girl Online? We all got catfished during our gaming adventures one way or another, whether it was a precious item trade scam or a person-to-person scam. Catfishing is quite common when it comes to online games, especially in MMORPGs where a fat, ugly incel can take on the role of a hot magical girl or a sexy elf just for gits and shiggles. This situation isn't a strange one for our main character either. After all, he himself fell victim to one such catfish, and he even went as far as to propose to her, only to get rejected the harshest way you can think of, and then hit with the ugly truth that behind this sexy avatar is an actually ugly fat incel living in his mom's basement. Ever since the incident, he can no longer trust girls' avatars fully anymore, until he met Tamaki Ako, and joined her guild, that is. However, even though he still has his doubts she might be a guy taking him for a ride, one thing leads to another. He proposes to her in-game, she accepts, and they meet offline as guild members, only to find out that she isn't just as hot as her in-game avatar, but she is also a schoolmate in his own class. Now, you can just imagine how weird and awkward things will be between them from here on out, and if you don't want to bother imagining it, then relax that brain of yours and watch the show to find out. At number 8, we have Recovery of an MMO Junkie. Gaming is a sort of passion, and nowadays it's no longer looked down upon as something alien like before. Some even adopt gaming as a full-time career and just stitch the life of a worker in the office. One of those people is Morioka Moriko, a newly unemployed 30-year-old that decided to spend her now free time in diving headlong into the online gaming field and recreating herself in her new life as a male handsome character called Hayashi. She manages to meet a healer once she logs into the game and become friends right off the bat, forming a powerful duo. The only thing that gets her away from her screen is if she needs to go to the bathroom or to the convenience store to buy food. Speaking of, she stumbles upon a dashing young corporate man that coincidentally also plays the same game she is playing and gets to know her in-game more. Will this relation survive and be more than just an in-game thing? Who knows? Coming in number 7 is Wotakoi. Being an otaku won't get you far in the business industry and isn't going to win you any favors anytime soon. So it comes as a no-brainer that being revealed as one in your job isn't such a good option. At least that's how Narumi Momose felt at first in her new office job. She was hiding the fact that she is an otaku and a fujoshi at that from her colleagues. However, her plan failed miserably since one of her colleagues was her old friend from mid-school. Funny enough, those that discovered her dark secret were otakus as well, and a new bond and relationship started between them. Later that day, during their reunion, Hirotaka asked her to date him after she complained about her ex-boyfriend to him, and how he never understood her due to her interests. He assures her that he will be there for her to support her, and more importantly, he will absolutely go rare drop farming with her in Monster Hunter. It can't get any more romantic than that, can it? At number 6, we have 3D Kanojo Real Girl. That last thing a loser, hated and ostracized by his classmates, would expect is to get noticed by one of the hottest girls in his school. And that's exactly what happened. Though when this gamer somehow got to score with one of the hottest girls he's ever seen, even though a lot of rumors circle around this girl about the way she uses men and takes advantage of them, somehow the main character can't believe those claims and sees further than what rumors say. This main character is a full-fledged gamer immersing completely into his console games. This relation, however, will awaken new feelings in him he never felt before. Coming in at number 5 is bottom-tier character Tomoezaki. If you think about it, you'll discover that life is nothing but a game in the long run. And for some weird-ass reason, all gamers, otakus, anime fans are being shafted to the lowest, darkest pit of the tier list. As an otaku and a gamer myself, that is socially inept and prefers to be alone, I can somehow relate to this anime and how the main character feels about life. The thing about life is that it's unfair, and for some reason there is no clear tutorial or walkthrough or a guide on how to go about with your life. And that is why this main character is specifically lucky, as he found his living, breathing guide that will lead him down the path of success and teach him the cheat codes to winning in life. Coming in number 4 is Mogame mo Kaiyatsu Zanmai. I guess a gaming experience does win you jobs after all. This guy is neither a game designer nor a fine artist. Heck, he doesn't even know how to write game dialogue. And yet, even though he lacked all those that I mentioned previously, he had one thing that was hugely needed and required in the game studio of Rose. That thing is his experience with dating games and the love scenes in such games. That was exactly why he was hired by that studio as a consultant for the studio for when it comes to their new game releases. He is gonna offer the girls the one thing they never had before in order to spice up their game's love experience. Coming in number 3 is Katsuragi Kaima, the world God only knows. Katsuragi Kaima is known by a wide variety set of names and titles, and the most important and significant one of them is God of Conquest, since he is able to conquer the hearts of all the girls that come his way. 2D girls, that is. And he is quite capable when it comes to any romance girls game. He has such an obsession over the games he plays to the point he now prefers the 2D girls over real human interaction with the opposite gender and their complicated hearts' unpredictability. This experience, however, is going to be put to the test in real life after he was dragged into something much bigger than him and any human, that is. He is enlisted by a Shinigami girl to capture evil spirits, and the only way to do so is to coincidentally conquer their hearts, something this main character is famously known for and was targeted because of it. Coming in number 2 is High Score Girl. Ah yes, we are back in time to the golden age of gaming. Yes, these days too, for gaming, are prospering, but still. The arcade was a different world. Entering through those doors was like traveling to another universe, to say the least. The games were amazing, fun, challenging, and addictive, to say the least. The games were quite hard back then as well. The arcade machines had their useful tricks, however. I can stay here and reminisce on the great arcade days for ages. However, we are constrained by time, sadly, and I rambled on enough already. If you didn't catch up yet, the time period of the show is back in the 90s, when the arcade was the heavenly realm for children. Gaming back then was all about speed and precision, especially when it came to fighting games and their heavy-hitting combos. This main character is the undefeated champion in Street Fighter in the arcade, until he meets his equal and is actually defeated by her. He even later on takes her as his rival, and of course, over time, and after a lot of arcade battles, he finally realizes the true feelings he has for her. And number 1 goes to More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers. I mean, it's not really a gaming anime, but somehow it still fits in this list if you really think about it. After all, they aren't a go-lucky married couples kind of game or experiment, if you wish. The main character, sadly, however, is paired off with the wrong girl. Mutually, the girl wants to be paired up with her crush, so she decides, along with the main character, to be in the top 10 couples, because these couples have the right to choose who to be paired with if both agree. As far as the plot of the anime goes, these two are playing pretend and trying their best to be a quote-unquote good couple, in order to finally change the coupling roles they received. But like all playing along scenarios, we all know that this play along mentality is going to dissipate, and eventually the true emotions of the two for each other will surface. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I had fun making it for you. I would appreciate it if you guys would smash that like button, subscribe, comment, and press the bell icon to keep yourself notified about all our latest new videos and upcoming projects. And if you have any cool ideas for our upcoming videos, don't be shy, share them in the comments with us down below. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.